A special thank you to Fiery Grace for allowing me to special feature read on the channel. My name is Mr. LightWork. Thank you for entrusting me with your energy. Welcome to your Divine Masculine message. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's see what your Divine Masculine has to say. Hey. This is going to be a lot harder than I anticipated, but I wanted to get real with you and take my mask off that I've been wearing, one that you've called me out for so many times, and I just wanted to level with you. I know that you've been the only one pouring into us, and the weight of this relationship has been on you. You've been the one doing all the heavy lifting, all the effort, and I've just been standing by. I've just been watching you work in awe, in envy, in jealousy and confusion, in eagerness to also display the beautiful character that you have within you, that you show, you display on a daily basis. I know I should have been focused on making you happy. I should have set my sights on making you smile each and every day. And there's no excuse for it. I absolutely dropped the ball, and the blame and the fault falls on me. You were and are and will always be an absolute angel. I was blessed to know you. I was blessed to be loved by you. I was blessed to call you mine for a period of time. I just wish I would have done enough so that it didn't end the way that it did. And maybe we'd be in a different position now. I know that there's a lot on your heart and in your mind that you're probably feeling and thinking about when it comes to what happened between us. I know I have been anyway. And I don't know if you have any resentment, which would be completely understandable if you do. I didn't know where you stood. If what you'd been through with me was haunting you, if it was too much, if too much damage was done, if it's too scary to look back, if it's something that you never want to revisit, because you don't know if you're going to go through the same thing again. And I get it, you're right to be weary. I have to show you, I have to prove to you through my actions each and every day that I deserve your forgiveness and that I deserve another shot at what we had. I know that I learned a lot of lessons, and unfortunately, I may have taught you a few lessons the hard way, and again, the blame on that falls on me. I'm sorry for putting you through so much emotional stress and burden. You don't need that in your life. Life is already tough enough. You need somebody that'll walk with you side by side, hand in hand, heart to heart. Somebody that you can feel safe and comfortable with. Somebody that you can rely on and trust. Somebody that you can see a future with that you just don't have to fabricate, but that you earnestly feel because the steps that are being taken on a daily basis are leading toward that future. A future of closeness, a future of intimacy deeper than we've ever known before. And that's something I absolutely want to experience and be able to provide because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm realizing that it's not something that you have to earn. I'm realizing that it's not something that should be withheld from you, but that it should be given to you freely and in an overflowing, almost overwhelming amount, but in a good way. You deserve to be showered with praise. You deserve to be cherished. And I haven't been doing that. I've been in the background while you've been the one fighting for us. And the shame and the guilt of that, it weighs me down. It makes me feel heavy in my heart that I let you do what I should have been doing with you together, easing each other's load as opposed to you just easing mine and me making it harder for you. You were the only one building, and I was just watching you do it, taking you for granted. And the realization of that when I thought that I was doing more, or that I thought that I was doing enough, it's shocking, but I've never been in something as deep as this before. It made me really take a look in the mirror and assess myself and look at all the holes in my character and all the flaws that I needed to overcome so that I didn't perpetuate the shortcomings that I've experienced before and that I've now involved you in as a result. I'm sorry that your heart was collateral damage. I'm sorry that I didn't do more to protect you and to love you in the way that you deserved. And I know that this message really doesn't mean much because I've said so many things before and they didn't come true. So I've lied to you. And I know that this doesn't, again, mean much, if anything. I know that I've broken your heart so many times that trying anything at this point would make me look suspicious, and that you would think it was disingenuous because why now after all this time? Why now? Why didn't you come through before? I don't even want you to mess up what I've got going because I've made a new life after you played with my heart. And I can get why you would say those things because it's true. I know that there's nothing I could say, no amount of money, no amount of anything that could change the situation we're in other than consistent work and effort on myself and in nurturing this relationship without being sidetracked, without getting myself tempted away and falling back into the same old patterns that have ensnared me for so long, that I've wanted to escape, that I've felt trapped and imprisoned by. I want to walk back in your life. I want to just show up and surprise you and tell you I'm ready, but I also don't want to scare you, and I don't want to force you, and I don't want to do anything to mess up the situation more. But everywhere I go, I'm looking for you, hoping to run into you, hoping to show you that after what we've been through and that after all this time, that I've learned my lesson and dropped the mask and being real and transparent and vulnerable and honest. Nothing like I used to be before. And all that happened because of you. Because of how gentle you are with me. Because of the way you love me despite everything that I said and did. The fact that you paid so much attention to me and made me feel seen and heard And I didn't do anything to repay you back. As a matter of fact, I got angry with you for seeing me, for hearing me, for understanding me. Because you've proved my perspective wrong in that you're actually somebody wonderful. And I've thought this world, because of my experiences, was just filled with jerks that play with your heart, betray you, abandon you, stab you in the back at any chance when it suits and when it's convenient for them. And with you, it's not like that. With you, I actually feel like I'm part of something important. With you, I feel like I'm home. With you, I feel like I can see a future and that it'll be beautiful if we can learn to forgive. And by we, I mean me. Forgive myself for being a jerk and work on it and address all the issues that made me that way, so that you don't have to deal with me anymore in an immature state. I want to be the kind of man that you need. I want to be the kind of man that you deserve. And I want our love to flourish. And I want it to be beautiful. And I want other people to want to be like us. And that's what I'm working towards every single day. I'm working towards being that man, being that guy. The one that you look at with those eyes, the way that you do when you're satisfied and content and proud. I love to see that look in your eyes. And I yearn for it. And that's what motivates me on a daily basis. I love you.